Hi, this is Mercy. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. So, happy Sunday and happy New Month. Yeah, so last week I began a series that talks about let your pain inspire you, and this week I want to ride on that same series. So, I was talking about pain. That at what point should you actually give up when it comes to pain, and I mentioned that you shouldn't give up no matter what. So today I'm going to work up on that last week's video. So if you're a follower, like if we have WhatsApp contacts, I wrote something on Friday and I said I was going to use that as kind of like talk more about that on today's series. So I saw a statement online by one of the life coaches I know, Mark, and he said he mentioned something. Say everything that happens for you and not to you. So I kind of like started reflecting on that particular statement. Everything that happens for you and not to you. That's not very easy to comprehend because, for example, an accident happened. How can you tell me that the accident that happened for me and not to me? So what does that even mean? Or probably I lost someone. How can you say that happens for me and not to me? So there are a lot of complexity when you really want to talk about that statement that will really bring a lot of controversies. But I want to bring in a new perspective to that angle. So now the truth is, what he's trying to say, what the Mark was trying to insinuate is that the truth is we cannot, and like I said last video, we cannot actually have control over some things that happen to us in life. There is no way we can control some things, and although something, when it comes to pain, we can't actually control how we react to this pain that happens to us. For example, there are some things that are controllable, there are some things that you can't really control. For example, the pains that happen to us while we lose a loved one is something you cannot really control. It just happens. Or the pain that happens when you fall sick, when you have probably one very painful illness or something. It's something that will happen that you will not really have control over. But how we react, we can control. But there are some other kind of pain that we could actually control how whether we even feel it at all. For example, betrayal. For example, pains that happen because someone lied to us about something or one other thing like that. So basically, these are all different gradients or different aspects of pain that happens to us in our human existence. But I'm concentrating on, yes, this pain will happen. Yes, we don't have control over this pain, but we do have control on how we allow this pain affect us. So I'm coming from the angle of, you have a pain, it's okay, it's fine. We all have our own separate pains. We all have our own times where we get discouraged, we get a lot of things as in knocking us down by the sides and everything. But I'm saying that with this pain, how can we channel it into inspiring our positivity, into inspiring what we can do with them? I There's one evangelist I follow. I think a lot of people know him, and without the arms and legs, called Nick Fuchsig. I mentioned him last video too, and I was talking about how when I go through his life and everything, I feel inspired. Now there are things that are very physical and very visible that everybody can see it. He's a perfect example of such. This is someone that doesn't have legs, that doesn't have hands, just have one tiny foot like that doesn't have legs, and he doesn't have arms, but yet he have been able to make something out of his life. I want to bring out a picture of him. Let me look for browse for him. So I don't know, can you see this? This is Nick Vujicic. Yes, this is Nick Fuchsig. And he mentioned something here. He said, you can either be angry for what you don't have or thankful for what you do have. This is a perception on how you let your pain inspire you. You accept it. Yes, we can see that you have this pain, but how can you react? Should you just get angry and feel disappointed in life and say, okay, well, I was born without this and without that. What can I do? No problem. Yes, he might have opportunity. He might have gone far because he was able to have one or two people assist him in his surroundings and the rest. But let me tell you the truth: if he was not resilient, if he was not trying to really fight back, he wouldn't have been able to succeed. in actually achieving what he has achieved. Yes, environment affects us. We can say here is white, of course it's easier for them, it's black, of course it's whatever for them, but that's not the context of what we are talking about. I'm saying individually. There are times he was suicidal. He mentioned in one of his videos that he was suicidal at the age of 15 or 16 or so, like where he wanted to actually commit suicide and everything. So there are a lot of things that happen to us in life and we just feel like giving up. But I'm saying don't give up. Let this pain inspire you. I want to share a little bit of personal experience. I don't really like talking about it much, but I feel that it's necessary to actually buttress what I'm saying. So when I just finished my work, I lost my mom. That was 2010 November. I just kind of like rounded off my work and everything, came back home and everything, and my mom just died. And the scenario surrounding her death was kind of really chaotic, which I wouldn't want to go into because it's actually hard to comprehend. But what I'm saying is that it's not like she was sick, it's not like it was an accident or something, but she died. And yes, it was really very painful that period. I remember I there were a lot of things that happened to me within that period, and I was about preparing for my jam, and it wasn't easy to really combine these two things together. Like, how am I going to be preparing for my jam when I just lost my mom? Yes, a lot of people have done it, and but I was experiencing it for the first time, and it was new to me, and I felt, how am I going to actually do the same thing? How am I going to be able to carry on this pain that it's ongoing right now, and at the same time be able to move on with my life by preparing really hard for my exam? So I decided to, okay, look for something positive out of the whole thing. Mom wanted me to go to school. No problem. It means that she will want me to pass this exam, right? Yes. So I kind of like became a bit more logical about the whole scenario. I have to move on. Not really like I forget my mom, not really like I don't love my mom or anything. No, but I really need to actually in a way find a way to see that okay, she's also happy. So I said I'm going to work seriously hard on my jam, and and try my best to, even if not possible, have the perfect score, just to know. So I channeled all my energy into book. See, the truth is, up till now I don't think I've ever read the way I read during my jam period, and I channel all my energy towards my book. I can remember I keep telling people that when you look at my chemistry textbook, I think it's at home somewhere in Edo State. If you look at my chemistry textbook, you will see that there are tears in almost all the pages of some of those textbooks that I did then. Why? Because sometimes as I'm reading, I'm remembering the whole thing that happened, the pain, the chaos, the misunderstandings, the things you cannot even have explanation to, a whole lot of things that happen in the process. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? But I was able to hold on, and I was able to do my best to say, okay, I'm going to try my best and channel this energy, this pain right now. I want to pour it something somewhere else, and I poured it on my book. I used it as a focus point. I let it drive me. In fact, I'm like, if I have a person, oh wow, mom will be happy. That might be true, that might not be true, but I just kind of like try to look for something positive that could actually help me move on. And that was what happened. And I had a 297 in jam. Funny enough, I was not impressed because I wanted more. But what I'm saying is, I was able to channel this aspect of pain and put it into something useful. That was what I did. So I'm saying that the truth is, we have to keep flowing and walking through life's great challenges, because they will come. We won't have control over them, so they will come. So no matter what happens, or just do your best. Just do your best to see how you can actually make this work, to see how you can actually channel it. Don't be depressed, don't feel that life is over, because the truth is that there is no testimony without test, and that's the truth. And like I said last week to end my lecture, I said what, God is there every step of the way. You might not know, you might not see it, but at some point, if you allow him, he's going to show himself to you. He is there, but you just can't see it. You have to open up to see that he's there, and he will inspire you. He will help you through your pain, and you will become something relevant to your generation, something relevant to your society. Your pain will become a story that people will get inspired by.